Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're working on this cylinder on the crane. We blew it out about a week and a half ago, and I got the parts in the other day. So we're gonna replace the packing seals and everything inside of this. We're gonna repack this cylinder. So I mean, it looks pretty accessible where it's at. The crane's in the cradle. It's pretty well supported. I think I'm just gonna pop that bolt out, that pin out up there, and just lay this thing over this way. Looks like that'll work out for me, I hope. And I'm just gonna lay it right here and should be able to pop everything out and do it right here on the side of the truck. So that is the plan. And so stick with me, guys. Let's see how this goes. I haven't replaced a cylinder with one of these safety valves on it before, so there may be some issues with that. I don't really know. I couldn't find much help on the YouTube out there, so there's also some strange parts and stuff that came in the seal kit that I'm not very familiar with. Never seen them on any other repacking kit, but I haven't repacked a whole lot of cylinders, so maybe I'm just don't know. So like I said, I couldn't find much help on YouTube, so I'm just gonna have to figure this one out. Hopefully all the parts in there look like the parts in the bag and things will work out. Check. Alright, so this is the parts. It's an IMT crane, Iowa tool molding crane. So we got this through a vendor, straight from the manufacturer. So this is the part I kind of got in question here. Some tiny little I don't know, little cylindrical shaped deal with a tiny little hole through it. I'm assuming it's some kind of orifices thing. So I've never seen one of these in a seal kit, and I don't know if this is part of the safety valve. I don't know. Till I get in there, I'm not sure what that is for. But it's got to be some kind of a blow-by situation. Actually, you know, I seen a video. Somebody did something with one of these things. No, you know what that was? That was Curtis. He had it was a weep hole in one of the cylinders he had, so that it's like an early detection thing. If the seals start to go out in it, it'll start to weep a little oil out of the little hole, and you don't want to clog those up. So that's not what this is. So we'll figure it out when we get in there. And then it's got some other parts that I think are strange, like this metal ring right here. And what the hell that's for? Then all the rest of this stuff's pretty standard. We got some O-rings. We got a 4-way little, I don't know, looks like the end seal. But it's all good, high quality stuff. SKF, American made. Like a backup seal, some more O-rings. It probably goes on the inside somewhere. And then you just got your wear, I think they call them like a wear ring or something. And then it's got a couple little snap rings, a couple little metal snap rings that I'm sure are going to be fun to get out of that one. So that's what's in the bag. So let's see if we can get this thing broke apart and see if these parts are going to match. Alright, that had a bunch of Loctite on it, so we probably need to put some Loctite when we go back in there. I reckon that was the right bolt. That's awful damn short. Yeah, okay. I guess that's right. Now, looks like this thing it's got a pin right there. This, I guess, made onto this boss right here, so this whole thing's got to slide that way. I guess I'm going to be able to do that. Find out. Yeah, I kind of figured it was going to go about that far, and that was going to be it. Yeah, so our bottom pin's got us where I can't pop this off. I had hoped to just pop this off and lay it over, but it doesn't look like it's gonna let me do that. So I may have to drop this bottom pin out and deal with this damn cylinder. Which I don't want to do that. Alright, so I think maybe if I take, it's got a retainer on both sides of this one down here, so I'm thinking maybe if I can take this one retainer out of this side over here, maybe that'll give me enough room and I can slide it off of that pin up there, and then maybe I can just put that back together and roll it over without dropping the cylinder completely. I had to get out a box end wrench to get up in there, I guess. Alright, so I took a look at the parts diagram that I have from online for this crane, and it looks like that pin up there, it's a one-piece pin that goes all the way through both cylinders up here, so I should be able to push that pin back a little bit this way, and then I should be able to drop that cylinder down. I shouldn't have to do anything with the bottom down there. So I didn't realize that. I thought it just had two pieces sticking out, but it's a solid pin. So I'm gonna push it back a little bit, enough that I can clear that cylinder and drop it down. Now we got it free. And let's just come around the other side. Come around the other side. And I'll lower that down. Alright, now we got it in this position, we should be able to work with it from here. Next big task is going to be to get this aluminum, I believe it's aluminum, yeah, it looks like aluminum, retainer ring off the end right here, the nut. So it takes the little dowel style, 3-pin style thing, but I don't have a spanner wrench for that, so I either got to make one, which would be handy because I'm sure this cylinder's gone, the rest of them will start to go too. But there's only one other cylinder this same size, I think, on here, which is the other one on that side. So making a tool may not help me. I don't know, I might can just get something in there and knock it around. We'll just have to see. Sometimes these things are crazy tight and sometimes they're not. So we'll just have to see. She's broke loose. She's coming. nice to leave your cylinder hooked up like this so that, you know, it's hard to get a bite on these things in a vise or something like that. So if you can, it's much easier to work on them like this, where you got something to hold it for you. I need to work my cylinder out a little bit. So I guess it's still got pressure on it holding it. Maybe I'll crank the truck up and I'll push it out with the crane just a little bit until I get everything broke loose. Because I need a little bit more room up in here. I don't want to be trying to fight all this weld and stuff's in here because this cylinder's all the way in the retracted position. So I'm gonna crank the truck up a little bit and I'll shoot the cylinder out just a touch. So as you can see, she's a leaker. It doesn't actually leak that bad on the way out. It leaks way worse on the way back in. Squirts everywhere. Start to see threads right there. We have to check in the manual and see what kind of hydraulic oil goes back in this thing too, because you can see it in the sight glass. I can see it coming out there. It's like a blue color. Some kind of special stuff. It's probably the same stuff that's coming from the factory. It's an old Pike electric truck. It probably never got much use. Yeah. O-ring right there doesn't look that bad. Alright, so there's an O-ring on there. Let me try to see if we can pull this out now. Come on, baby. Oh, wheel. Okay. Well, this seals back there must be pretty good. Just pulling me back. See. I'm assuming that's that damn safety valve up there giving me some issues. I guess I'll break the hydraulic loose fittings loose from up there, and then maybe that'll let me bring it on out. So now we got something going on now. Other than probably buck up the setting. There she is. Alright, so it's got an aluminum cylinder on it. And that's where the two snap rings go, and you got one little seal there. It's got like a Teflon washer on the end. There's kind of some damage around the end of this thing. I don't know what's happened there, but it's pretty nicked up on the outside of that thing. But I don't know what in the world could have caused that. These two spacers are going to come off of here. Let me get a paper towel and stuff so I can lay this out so I don't get anything confused. Whatever, sucker. That came out of there like that. And that came out of there like that. Very tight little aluminum rings. Look at that damn diagram. I don't even know that's supposed to be in there. I'm real sure on that one. this seal's shut. Sure enough. Maybe that steel ring we had, maybe that's to replace these with, these two aluminum rings. I gotta pay. I don't know if that little piece of Teflon we got right there, I don't know if you're supposed to, I guess looking at this threads, I guess that little Teflon piece goes in here to replace that Teflon that locks onto these nuts. I mean, it locks onto the threads at the end of the cylinder, or the end of the rod. Excuse me. Alright, got one more little seal to pop out and we'll get that Teflon piece out of there. Teflon. Catch that. And put some lube and all that. Oh, I might have got it. Oh, she might be in there now. Tight fit, to say the least. Put us in there. Okay. Knock it down just a touch, looks like. getting seated. That one went over that one, and then this one goes over the top of that O-ring. Got to lube this one up. And I don't have the specified lube that they called for, so I'm just using the hydraulic fluid that came out of the cylinder for some lube. Got that one in there. Now, they didn't have another seal in this hole, it was just blank. This O-ring and that backup ring go in here. The backup ring always goes towards the outside of the cylinder. So that would be the outside of my cylinder. Put the backup ring on first. Then our O-ring. Like so. So that takes care of that, except for the O-ring that's got to go in the middle of it. Yeah. Alright, so this is the outside one. I'm going to put this ring in first. It goes in there. The oil was destroyed, so I think I actually know which way this one goes. Alright, so I looked at the marks inside of here. Best I can tell, this has got to go in this way. So need one of those fancy dancy little tools to squeeze this sucker up. But maybe I can do it by hand. Yeah, okay, that's definitely how that goes, because the lip right there, the pressure pushes against that lip and makes it get tighter on the O-ring. So that's definitely how that goes. Alright, check. Yep. Now, this is our wiper seal that goes on the outside. wiper seals in. That completes that piece. And I think this metal ring they supplied me with, I think that's to replace those. That's kind of what it's looking like. It's about the same thickness. Once you get them squished up, instead of having these two little aluminum rings, they supplied a, I don't know, some little steel ring. So I'm assuming it must be for those, because I don't know what else it's for. I don't see anything else in here that could be for. Maybe they have a hard time getting these on being so thin and aluminum unless you got the right thing to press them on. It's probably a pain in the ass to keep from bending them. Alright, now this one, I don't have one of these. Maybe that's something they did in a newer version, but I don't have a wear ring. Maybe that's because I have these that I don't have a wear ring, but for some reason I don't have a wear ring in this cylinder. But everything else checks out. I don't know where that's supposed to go. Alright, it's two snap rings. Go on the outer edges, I think. Alright, so that's those two, and that's going to leave me a blank section in there, but that's the way it was. I don't have another O-ring or anything to go in there. So now let's see what it takes to get this sucker on here. Oh, but it just slid right on. Makes me wonder why these were so damn tight. That's got to be what it's for. But as you can see, these are tight as shit. We had to drive them off. But they're the same thickness as that. Identically the same thickness, so it's got to be what it's for. I also don't know where this tiny little orifice thing goes either. That was not found anywhere in here. So I don't know. But everything else worked. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and put this. Get this slid back up on there. That. Then we had this. Yeah, this. Yeah, now you're going to have to hold that pipe. gonna take a while. I think I got it in there far enough I can screw this in. Alright, you get some anti-seize for that. This is as tight as it's gonna get, like that. Alright, driving in the rest of the way. Alright, drove all the way home. I know that ain't the best way to do that, guys, but I don't have a spanner wrench. And that being aluminum, it does scar it up a bit, but here's what it is. Try to suck this thing back to the closed position and then see if I can get the sucker back up on there. I gotta put a plug back in the safety thing that I took out, and I gotta put the other hose, tighten the hoses up, and then we'll retract this and then see what I can do about getting it lined back up in there. Turn our grease zerk out this way. Now I'll stand it up, and I gotta finish tightening the other hose. I can't really get to it with it in this position. I raise it back up, finish tightening that hose up, and then I'll use the hydraulics to get this thing into position, because with that safety valve in there, this thing just doesn't, you can't hardly get it to move in and out. It's got air pressure against it. It's kind of heavy with all that hanging up the top. Alright, so I got both my hoses back on, I got my plug back in. Now should be to crank the hydraulics up, and I'll suck that cylinder back in. I don't even know if I can go to that job tomorrow without no batteries. I think that would be very unwise. Much better. No squirty, so I guess we got it right.